Hello? Is this thing on? I think this is on. So we've been having technical difficulties today. There's no one in here yet because I just started the stream, but welcome to the Friday Night Craft and Chill. Hopefully my internet has been crazy. So we'll see if this works. Jabalong and Toy City. How you doing, man? Starting late because I've been having some technical difficulties. Let's see. Wow, it's weird doing this quiet. There we go. What do we have? We have Chicken Chad. Hello, Chicken Chad. How you doing? And Fat Red Foo. How you doing, Fat Red? Finally got things going. Yeah, so that was fun. The internet's been really spotty. Yesterday there was a power outage, and ever since then it's been not great. And the power outage wasn't even here. It was down the block a bit. Okay. What am I going to do? As you can probably tell, well, you probably can't from there, but my desk is just like covered in hella dope crates at the moment. So we're probably going to be doing a lot of that because it's just kind of everywhere. But first, we still have this from last week that we've been working on for a while now. Couple, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks on and off. And we're going to go ahead and paint the floor. I've seen this episode before. Yeah, man. I'm sure you have seen this episode before. The hella dope crate and chill episode. There's really not anything to it. I just sit here and put together the same crate over and over and over again. Trip D Outpost. What's up, man? Thank you for coming by. So I guess before we get started on the exciting monotony of me putting together the same crate 50 times, we can take a look at a few things. I decided to bite the bullet. The guys at Autodesk, they got me for Fusion. Used to be Fusion 360. I decided to go ahead and buy it. So I better make use of that because that was not cheap. But I will. I'll make use of it. So it's a 1-year subscription. So let's see. I know I was showing some of these things, like playing around in it. A 1/18 scale, openable barrel. And I have this little guy here that was just like my first test when I was hollowing stuff out. I'm going to really try to do everything a little bit more functional, if possible. I know the stuff on the original Catwalk playset, like there wasn't a lot of things, pretty much nothing moved. But you know, it'll be a progression. And this was the Troy. What's going on, Troy? So I was trying to do a little bit more variated crate, 1/18 scale. Where's the dude from Delta 17? Here we go. So you can see, opens up. Can you use 3D printer or laser also? It's basically it's not quite full CAD, but it is CAD parametric modeling. So you wouldn't really use it for laser. I imagine you could probably do something laser because you can do 2D drawing, like mechanical sketching and stuff in it, but I haven't really messed with that side. I've just mainly focused on the 3D modeling, and you make a sketch and then you extrude it and then you model it, and being specific with, you know, what I'm using it for to start with. Action Joe Figs, what's up, man? Trip D, putting together some Joy Toy dios. Dude, I have never bought any of those, but I almost have. They look really nice. They look really nice. Do they fit together really well? I'm pretty sure they're designed to fit together, but that's some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Lightburn works for that. I just used the plain old stuff that came with my laser cutter. It was an X Tools, so I just used their proprietary software. I don't do anything so fancy. You know, I mean, these crates are probably the fanciest thing I've done in it. And I did... I can't remember the program I used, but there was one program I used for making the boxes, and then another one I did, like, I used Inkscape for some SVG files, ported them over to the, you know, proprietary software and laid it out in there. Ed, what's going on, Ed? How you doing? Finally got in here. And today, I was working on this design, which is just a simple thing, but pretty cool. I don't know. I think this is 1/18. We'll call it 1/18 scale. It's I'm gonna add some more stuff to it, like embellishment, maybe like a little ridge on the top. But the drawers all work. You can fit some cool stuff. That's actually the accessories from this dude. It took me a minute to get the tolerances correct. The first one I did was, yeah, I don't want to push it in there because I needed the pliers to get it out before, but tweaking it a little bit. And I'm definitely going to do some more stuff with drawers and compartments. And I was trying to think of how to get a little more creative with the knobs. You know, normally when I make desks or things out of foam, I like to have the handles off-centered. I really don't like centered handles for some reason. I mean, I guess it's a style. Sometimes they look good, but I just want to be weird, I guess. And it looks more science fiction-y to have it off to the side. And that's, you know, just not as functional. It's going to get bound up easier. It's easier to pull out these little things in the middle, so that's what we're doing to start with here. Love the drawers, thank you. Yeah, drawers, there's something satisfying about anything like that. And once again, this would be something like the hella dope crates I didn't think about, where, you know, it's good for organization. You don't want to lose things. The little drawers are quite nice. Yeah, it does look like a tool chest in red, and that's partially because I 3D printed out someone's tool chest in red and was looking at it and was like, you know, yeah. But this is basically designed to sit next to this. You see it's about the same height without the console added on top. And I was thinking about making the top like maybe some buttons, but I might not. It might just have like I said, a lip. Yeah, like this one has like a lip around it to make it seem more like a work surface. But we'll see. Still just playing around with that. I was just wanting to get the tolerances on the drawers correct. Perfect for an armory or motor pool. Yeah. You know, everyone's doing armories right now, Ed. It's so funny how everyone just kind of starts to do the same thing. But, I mean, I guess guys have been doing armories, weapons rooms for quite a few years now, but it seems like 3D printing, it's just really, I don't know, I just feel like I'm seeing them everywhere right now. Where's that? The 3D printing stuff, though, is crazy because I'll be making stuff and I'll just feel like, this is just a bunch of garbage. You know, and then I'll just sit back and then look at the stuff just sitting there a few days later, or like at the end of the week in this case, and see these 3 items sitting there. I'm like, no, actually, that's a set. Like, they all open. That's fine. So I just keep making stuff and set it to the side until my inner critic can shut the hell up, and then I'll take another look at it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't really see a lot of. I don't think I've seen any openable round containers in 1/18. I'm sure they're out there, but I just haven't noticed any. And I was telling Ed, you know, like the aesthetic, because I'm using Fusion now instead of Tinkercad, it's changed a lot, right? I mean, it looks different. I could try to emulate, and I know I could emulate the blockiness that I was getting in Tinkercad, but I don't know that I will do that. I will redo some buttons though. I do like the where was it? On the original barrels. I don't have one here right now, but the small buttons, that was pretty cool. Okay. Fat Red. Larry too. Larry keeps hitting me up lately. I'm like, Larry, chill. Thank you. One thing, I added this in on the front there, the little bit part with a black and a little red. Man, I got something on my screen there. It's making it difficult to see. I'm not really happy with that. I want to redo that add-on. It's too, I don't know. I'm just not happy with it. I really like this translucent PLA red, though. That kind of candy. I mean, it almost has like, I don't know, it's making me feel like a vintage Lego color or something, you know, like that see-through from the canopy on the space sets or something. It's hard to see probably on its own, but you can tell the difference next to the red. It's got a solid red. I just like the look of it. Definitely going to use that more. Yeah, Fat Red, I mean, I don't see why not. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Just got to make sure I feed Mom a little early that day, but that's what I do anytime I'm on anyone's stuff. Like with Ted and them, I always gotta get things lined up for her a little earlier, but that's totally cool. warmed up yet. Look at all that. What am I doing here? What's going on, Same Time Toys? How you doing? The little combo pad in the front of the crate is a nice touch. Yeah, thanks, Ed. I just don't like the way it came out exactly. Like, there's something about the red on the buttons is too washed out. It's not saturated enough. And what it is I painted them in the program after I modeled it, and they're so small. I think the only way for me to get them that small to turn out right is to I gotta make the whole button a different material, so before I load it into the slicer. You can paint things in the slicer for the 3D printer and add colors, but it only adds colors to the surface, like maybe a layer or two on top. And when the item's that small, it doesn't come out well. But if the whole body of the button was to print out in the other filament, it would probably look a lot better. It's just bugging me, that's all. It probably wouldn't even bother anyone else. Yeah, very cool, man. On your screen, the buttons look black. Yeah, it's tiny. They're really tiny. You can't tell that there's a little red in there? Let's just totally screw everything up here. Now you can see them, I'm sure. But see, they look cruddy. I don't like that. They're too small. See, those look sharp. Sharp, cruddy. Sharp, cruddy. And given how sharp the rest of the crate looks, it bothers me all the more, because, I mean, this came out awesome looking, and then that little keypad is just annoying me, that's all. A touchscreen, just make it, what, just a black panel with nothing else on it? Just for the pop of color? Man, I am just sucking at this right now. Red panel with black border. Yeah, maybe. I hate touchscreens in real life. Like, I feel the design, and I'm sure you'd probably agree, the design of phones and touchscreens took all the character out of everything. I like buttons. Buttons, dials, knobs, switches. They look cool. Tactile response. Everything's just a plain, boring glass panel now. But, you know, done the way you're saying it, it could look good. But in principle, I kind of don't like them that much. Oh, yeah, a few warm-up pitches prior to starting. I did take a few warm-up pitches, though. I started the stream 3 times. I was texting with Ed. I'm sure this is TMI, but I started the stream 2 times, and then when I went to restart the router again, I went and took a number 2. I said, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm waiting anyway. Just probably getting stressed out. I need to relax a little bit. Alright. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a little bit bright, but it's alright. Keypad on the top, latch on the side. Yeah, I just got a toy with it. I think when I was doing it, I didn't realize how small it was going to be. I mean, that's tiny. It's like, that little pad is, I think, 4 by 3 millimeters, or 5 by 3, so it's kind of difficult to squeeze anything on there. So it's 5.5. 5.5 by 3.5 is what I'm getting on the caliper, but I don't know if it's close. Yeah. And there's this weird artifact on the back, too. I don't know if you can see it, but right in there. I have no idea what caused that, but it's negligible. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Fat Red, it's not terrible, but I'd probably go for a clean shape over the way it is now. Like, kind of like you're saying, just even if it was just a blank square pasted on there, I think I'd probably go for that over the way it is right now. I'm just gonna let this dry, and I think I'm gonna bang on some crates, or actually we'll do these. We started pretty late today, so we're not gonna go 2 hours probably. Probably gonna end normal time, but we'll see. All this exciting crate building I have lined up here, I know it's going to be like you're on the edge of your seat with this stuff. Let's move this. Been practicing on foam. Excellent Action Joe Figs. Yeah, you know, I remember you saying it before. There's so many different stone patterns you could do. And, yeah, there's just the possibilities are kind of endless with that stuff. And painting also, right? So the painting is a big deal with the stone patterns. Doing the, you know, the washes and the dry brushing and all that. You can just get so many different looks. What are you trying to make right now, Action Joe Figs? Too complicated for me. I'll stick with glue and Greeblies. Right on. Well, the rate I'm going right now with this stuff, I'll probably do what Fat Rib was kind of asking me, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and do some kind of Greebly pack eventually on my Etsy, maybe several. 3D printed stuff. You know, people ask me all the time for the laser cut buttons that I use. But I gotta tell you, it's a beast, because they're so small I can't pick them up, and it takes a really long time to cut them. And it's just that cutting is the maximum setting on my weak laser, and it's definitely, yeah, I don't think it's the greatest idea for my current setup. Still learning on creating my own washes. Yeah, well, we're all still learning, man. Just have fun with it, you know, experiment, do your thing. Which one was it? I do have one video that I do this little single, I think it's in that video, a little single display stand that's on YouTube with a wooden beam in it, and it's the different color stone in the back. And I don't know where you're at with that yet, but it's interesting. Like, if you haven't experimented with a little bit more funky colors, you can see, where is that thing? Hold on. Yeah, it was this one. This video. You can see, like, it's crazy how bright some of these colors are and how they just don't look like they go together until you start applying the washes and the dry brush, and it all just kind of just ties it together, and it makes a lot of sense. But when you're first doing it, it looks like it's going to look like terrible. But yeah, there's just so much you could do with the stone, especially if you're like, are you doing, well, you said you're doing 1/6. What kind of figures are you using for 1/6? Okay. G.I. Joe, cool. But yeah, you could use some wildly funky colors as the base tone, and it's just going to look crazy, but the wash and everything just ties it together. And with stone, too, you can kind of get, like, if you do too much washes, it will make things muddy. But you can pull it forward with a lighter highlight dry brush, and then push it back with a darker wash, and then pull pieces forward with a highlight and push it back with a wash. And you could do that over and over and over again with browns and black if you want to, or even greens and stuff like that, to give just a varied look to the stone. Ed will probably say you should dry brush it silver, because he's always telling me that. And that silver, it does actually look pretty good on rock. Oh yeah, you could do brown. Absolutely. And you're not limited to doing one. And I think, like always, I used to just do a certain step order, right? I probably started first with like flat, and then I'd do 3 levels of dry brush. I probably started with 2 levels. And I would do like 2 levels and then like a highlight around the edges. And then I did 2 levels and a highlight around the edges, and then I put a black wash over it. Then I started doing 3 levels of dry brush, a black wash over it, then a re-highlight dry brush on top of that, to make it sharp again, because the wash will muddy the details a little bit. And then I was like, oh, you could just kind of throw different color washes if you like, and you can just, you know, push and pull. And I don't always do all that. I mean, if you look at the stuff I do, a lot of the time is simpler. I like flat colors, especially with science fiction stuff. I know everyone wants everything weathered, and sometimes I just like things clean and flat looking. It's kind of comic booky. I don't know. If you don't like it, you know, paint it over and start again. Absolutely. Sure can. Yeah, Ed, any color. And I haven't really, and thanks for putting the link up, I haven't really experimented as much as I would like to with that, even with the funky colors, like trying to do purple washes and stuff like that. That seems like there's a lot of stuff there that could be fun. Why is that not pinning to the top? Pin message. There we go. Oh, crap. Thank you. Briscoe, what's going on, Briscoe? Just a little late night crate and chill, I guess. Much of this. Yeah, I was just thinking that, man. The neighbors are... I'm not sure if there's anyone downstairs right now or not. The old ones moved out. And whatever's going on down there, I'm not sure. I might move on to the gluing portion that doesn't require me smacking these together and save this bit for another time. I'm already starting to feel a little bit like it's a bit much. Ed, I was going to, and I never did that. As evidenced by the stack of 40 or so of these sitting over here with no strings on. Good idea, though. The other day when I was laser cutting more of these, I just started putting more and more together, and it was just the laser cutter's on the other side of the room, and I have to bring my laptop over there. So it's just kind of precarious the way I had it all set up, and I didn't feel like busting out the hot glue gun and doing all that, so I just decided to spend the time putting stuff together, and whatever, it just worked out that way. It probably would be easier, though. Glad I thought of it. That was a Bobby Valla idea. When I spoke to him at DFW, he said, "Oh, maybe you could put those strings on before you put them together." That's actually a pretty good idea. I haven't done it yet, but it is a good idea. And I got some donuts today for a post-stream snack. I'm already thinking about that. Not bougie though. They're just Entenmann's, but you know, I kind of like Entenmann's. For a store-bought donut, they're pretty good. Except when they're falling apart. But, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. Donut of choice, man, I don't know. That's kind of hard. I don't really buy donuts in a shop anymore. I mean, I used to love the jelly donuts from Dunkin' a long time ago. But specifically on those Entenmann's ones, it's those the coffee cake donuts with a crumble top. Love those things. But I'm never good at picking a favorite anything. You know, I like French Krellas were good. Don't really like glazed that much. Sugared over glazed. Yeah. Or not all donuts store-bought. You know what I mean. There you go. I'll give it to you just because you need it. Drywalling? Yeah, I'm sure my neighbors appreciate that if they're down there. Dude, my laser cutter is like an enigma. I can't tell what... I don't change the tolerances at all on these, and some of them, the joints fit together like butter, and some of them, you know what it is? I just thought about it. It's the wood. The wood is warped. Some of the sheets come in a little bit bowed. I actually have to make sure I put them, you know, with the cupped side facing downward. Otherwise, if it's up, there's like an air assist that blows from the laser to blow the smoke out of the way, and probably, I guess, little debris and dust too. And if you have it, you know, where it can pivot on one side, sometimes that air will slowly turn the workpiece. Yeah, that's probably what it is. They're mostly pretty good, but a little bit of bend doesn't really seem to do too much, but now that I think about it, that is probably what is the difference. Probably. Never trust anything with the word glazed on it. Yeah, a good cheese Danish. I like a cheese Danish too. Raspberry and cheese is amazing. There is a pizza place here that does pizza and jelly-filled donuts. I don't really get the combination. It sounds like the guy was from New York and he moved there and he just missed Dunkin' Donuts and pizza. I don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. The wood in the grain direction. Yeah, that's got to be it. Grain direction is another thing. I didn't think about that, but that's probably a contributing factor. Yeah, and now that I'm doing them again, I don't remember who asked me this question, but I can confidently say that these crates are more annoying to make than the catwalk playset. There's just... I don't know. There's clipping and gluing on the catwalk playset, but this is... I don't know. There's more fighting with it. More manual work, I suppose, overall. I feel like if I was to do a ton of these, like 1,000 of them, I could do a 1,000 3D printed items. It would take time. I mean, the time on the printer and, you know, the post-processing of trimming the supports, gluing them up, all that kind of stuff does take time. But I could probably do that on my own. 1,000 of these, I'd need a helper. I couldn't do it. I would mentally lose my flippin' mind trying to do 1,000 of these. Does the laser sort of cauterize the edges of the cut wood? I guess. Tedious is the word you're looking for? Yeah, that's definitely one of the words. I don't know, Fat Red. It's not like there's moisture. I mean, there's moisture in the wood, but what would be the, you know, cauterizing to what end? There's no fluid leaking out of it. It burns it. There is a different, I guess there's a slightly different consistency to it, I suppose. I used to not like the look of it that much, but I don't know, on these it kind of works. Cleaner than hand cutting. Sort of fat, right? I mean, if you hand cut it, just sand it. You'll get a cleaner look sanding it, or a you know, it'll look good. But yeah, it's the laser is highly accurate. There's no doubt. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes when I'm putting together the joints, if I have to, you know, wiggle the joints together a little bit like that, it'll, on the up, it'll peel away, break into layers, but it's avoidable. Hey, what's going on, Gonzo? Gonzo, did you go to San Diego Comic-Con? I mean, I know you stay in California. Paint all those little buttons gold. You have a few treasure chests for Space Pirates. Space Pirates sounds like a cool thing to work on. That kind of fits in with an idea I was having earlier, actually, Ed. The better your kerf, the better your fit. Yeah, that is true. The only thing with the laser is, you know, when you imagine the laser in your head, I mean, you may know, but you know, people think it's like a straight beam, and it's not a straight beam. It's like, you know, it does one of these. I can't remember exactly how, but it does something like that. So you want the focal point to be right where you say it's going to be. You have to set the number of you know, millimeters it's raised from the bed. If you have something under it, how the thickness is, all that has to be accurate, and then any of this little warping in the board throws it off quite a bit. And I think that's a lot of the reason why on some of them they look nice and clean, and on some of them you see the smoke marks because it's not hitting at the optimal focal point. The same oils as the food? Huh. Was able to make it to preview night, but was jam-packed. 2.5 hours in line, 15 minutes walking around. Yeah, you know, like, that doesn't sound fun at all, Gonzo. I remember I used to look at the videos of San Diego Comic-Con, and I went to New York, like, once when I was a teenager. But I used to think it looked so cool maybe 15 years ago, you know, when cosplay was just starting to get a little bit bigger, and I guess it wasn't quite as, I don't know, man. It just doesn't look cool to me anymore. Maybe I'm just older and crotchety. I do not do lines. If there's a line for something, I'm usually not doing it. You know, if there's, like, if people are lining up for food at an event or something like that, I just stay seated until everyone's done, and then I get up and go walk up there. Fried dough with cinnamon and sugar. That doesn't sound bad at all, actually. But, you know, if I was right there, I'd go check it out, probably. It looks very, like, highly commercialized also, and I know there's a lot of, you know, bigger names and celebrities and stuff there, all the big corporations set up. I don't know if I actually like that. I don't know. The independent stuff is way cooler to me now. I like being able to talk to people. I like the sense of community. All of that is the most enjoyable part for me. Yeah, cons are too mainstream now, right, Briscoe? It used to just be a bunch of nerds, and now, to a degree, it's become cool to be a nerd. So, like, the people that just, it's crazy to think of people just getting into that. But there's money there, you know, I understand that. I understand that. Yeah, Gonzo, for sure. Used to get drugged around trade shows when I was a kid. My dad used to take me to, like, the boat show in New York in the Javits Center, the boat show, the motorcycle show, the car show, that kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, some of those things were quite crowded, but I don't know, not like those Comic Cons, those big ones. They're just crazy. It's just crazy. Or like an amusement park. You know, going somewhere like Disney and waiting a couple of hours to get on a ride. I will never do that. I will never ever do that. Tourism on steroids, yeah. Yeah, Gonzo, and I bet the amount of money people are spending, like, in between hotel, travel, and just on the tickets and at the con, they could go, like, tour Rome or something like that, you know? Used to sell log homes. That's pretty cool, man. I wouldn't mind having a log home. Sounds kind of nice. My wife used to drag me around trade shows in Hong Kong and China. Never products you were interested in, huh? Not a lot of electronics, or they were looking at... Oh, it was your wife, so she was probably looking at home goods, clothes, stuff like that. 3K. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I guess that's... How long would you be staying? Like 5 days? Motorcycle and bicycle parts, batteries, camera gear, clients in Africa. Oh, okay, cool. I just had to go automatic stereotypical, right? Oh, home goods and clothes. Volunteer con helper. Oh, one of the security people actually told me we decide who gets in line. Yeah, dude, You spend like $4,000 and they're like, we decide who gets in this line, buddy. Like, oh, that's a hard pill to swallow right there. Yeah. I don't know, man. I understand some people, like, you know, collect signatures and stuff, and things get worth more. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. If it's in good faith and it's a chill vibe and everything, fine. I would never pay someone. It's funny, maybe I'm being hypocritical, because if I were to go on eBay and I saw something I thought was really cool, you know, like, I don't know, an original Star Trek phaser signed by William Shatner. I mean, if I had a lot of money, or if I had the money or space to collect something like that, I mean, maybe. But would I, like, go stand in line for 3 hours and pay $150 for William Shatner's signature? I would not. I would not. But look, you know, teach their own. Where's the hammer? Oh, there's the hammer. And when you're dealing with that many people, I understand they need to kind of control the crowd. And, you know, because I'm sure there are people that don't act right. But on the same note, you give people a little bit of power and they start getting crazy, man. Like, don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I run this line right here, buddy? Okay. This is why I don't leave the house that much. I would never pay for what these celebrities charge for autographs these days. Yeah, Ed, it's nuts. It's nuts. I mean, I could kind of understand not wanting to be bothered, right? You know, you take a job, you do the job, and then, you know, maybe you do some appearances here and there, but then for the next 60 years of your life, people want I could see it getting old. But on the same note, I just would never, I don't know, it's just, Sounds like something Larry would say. Yeah, definitely. I was quoting Larry. I went to the big toy con in Hong Kong, had to line up at 5:30 a.m. for a 10 a.m. Yeah, nope. All that is stuff I would have not mind doing 20 years ago. Right? I'm not doing any of that now. I'd be a mess anyway. I'd go stand out in the heat. I don't do well in the heat. I get like heat exhaustion. I'd probably get low blood sugar. Be sitting there snacking. And so many of those interactions, like from what I see in videos, is they're just so rushed, you know? Like imagine spending, I guess some people you don't have to imagine, but you spend so many hours in a line just to have like somebody's handler like shove you along the line because your 20 seconds are up or something like that. It's like, ugh, I can't do it. Tudyk's web series comment is pretty funny. Is that Wash from Firefly? I think it is. And if so, I could see him. It was pretty funny in Firefly anyway. Mannerisms, offbeat. How crazy that must be for those Firefly people, where they do a show that gets canceled after 13 episodes, and then for the next 20 years of their life, people are like following them around. They're sitting on panels at cons and stuff. I mean, they've all done other stuff too, I know, but it was Firefly that, you know, the internet was like Firefly Central for at least a decade. Okay. Okay, that hurts, but it's quieter. a lot of jokes about Firefly with some of the other casts appearing. James Watson. Hello, James Watson. Here's a thought. I've been picking up slime barrels. They're... Oh, yeah. I have a tube. Yep. James, I've used those slime barrels for... Man, we were buying them over 10 years ago. Those dollar store slime barrels. I think Shoot, I probably have one right here. Yeah, I got a couple of them. And these were great. But I've kind of stopped doing that since I've gotten with the 3D printing stuff. This is a great... Anything you can get from this dollar store is amazing because it's $1, or at least it was. Tube squeeze to make small aluminum panels. Yep. Yeah, man. It's good stuff for sure. Good stuff for sure. I know they used to have the little wooden pallets there too. Used to get the lights, but oh, I bought some pretty cool lights actually. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'm wanting to make trioxin. Is that some kind of? They got the panels. Okay, cool. Nice celebrity I ever met was Daniel Baldwin. Okay. I mean, there are some nice celebrities out there, don't get me wrong. Still have the palettes, cool. What the heck is trioxin? Is that, it sounds like some kind of, you know, like mutagen or super soldier serum or something, but I don't know what it's from. Return of the Living Dead movie? Okay. Bruce Campbell, yeah. Like, from his on-screen personality, he would either be like a really cool guy and fun or a complete douche. So it's nice to hear that he's seems like a cool guy. That's a weird idea to put in a space diorama. What's a weird idea to put in a space diorama? The trioxin? Okay. Yeah, exactly, Ed. Embrace your weirdness. Crossover stuff is cool. Doing crossovers like that. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, talking about Firefly, a lot of the Firefly stuff would look cool with Star Wars. I could totally see, like, you know, like Blue Sun or something like that mixed in with in a Star Wars shop. Or what was it, the Odie bar? I think that is all the crates to assemble. However, they all need trim pieces now. So I guess I know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Let's see, I guess we can do some of that now. Wife did went nuts. I can't remember what I said to. I don't remember what that's attached to, that comment. odd items are put together, people tend to look closer at your stuff. Yeah, that's true. That's for sure. The assembly line. Yeah, well, there's 34 of them done with the trim, but that's not counting the lids. And there's 20 of them undone or in process. Only 4 of all of them have the handles put in, so all of them are going to need handles. My back is killing me today. I don't know why. It's just stiff over and over again. I'm trying to think if I pick something up. She said, eh? Well, I'm glad. Thank you guys for hanging out with me with this very tedious situation I've been doing over here. Got started pretty late today. I honestly didn't think it was going to work because it was quite adamant about it at first. I thrive on tedium. Well, props and dioramas are definitely for you then. Usually I don't mind doing them, but the thing I'm really not wanting to do is the lids. The lids, because of the wood being a little bit bowed in some places. They're not sticking together that well. I'm having to weight each one of them down. That one looks like it'll probably be okay. They've been kind of coming up on the edges a little bit sometimes, so. Oh boy, I actually broke one of my 3D printed clamps. I've been using it for, I don't know, maybe a year. But this one, it blew out. Let's see right there in the corner. But these things are awesome. I mean, to be able to have a clamp for, I don't know what it costs to 3D print this, but it's not much. It's probably like 30 or 40 cents worth of filament. Gotta crash out. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Random. Thank you, Fat Red. And I will probably be... I'm about to get off here anyway, so it's right on time. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. And I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate all my channel members. I don't really do anything special for you guys, and but you're still hanging out, and I do greatly appreciate that. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a fantastic week and weekend. I am quite tired, and I had some problems starting the stream, so it was a little bit of a rough start, but thanks for hanging in there. And I hope everyone has I said that already like 3 or 4 times. I'm going to go eat my donuts. That's what I'm going to do. Take care, everyone.